What's up YouTube, Playmat here, and today I'm here with my January 2015 predictions for the Forbidden and Limited list. It's my birthday in January, so I really hope we get a really good format and a really good list so that we can all have a lot of fun in the next format. I am taking my Judgment Dragon Shaddoll deck to Blackpool Regionals on Saturday this weekend, so that should be quite fun as well, and I'll let you know all about how that goes. But I'm going to move on to this video. So I do actually think that Ultimate Offering can come to 1. Everyone's playing triple MST. If Clifford don't get hit too hard, people will still be playing MST in the main deck and Night Beams and things like that. Ultimate Offering would be a good boost to Satella Knights, obviously. I still think that Ultimate Offering could come back to 1, despite how good it would be in Clifford. And there are so many cards on the ban list that deserve to be banned forever, and Ultimate Offering is not one of them. Cards I also see going to 1: Skill Drain and Vanity's Emptiness. These might get banned, they might get put to 1, but I definitely see them actually doing this now, finally actually doing this with the Vanity's Emptiness. And this is based on kind of what happened in the last list, where they did loads of indirect hits on all the new decks. So I want to talk about Clifford for a little bit. Like, Clifford is playing 2 to 3 of these and 2 to 3 of these. It's also playing Summoner's Art. Summoner's Art just got a reprint in the Astral Pack 6. I think this definitely leads me to believe that this will not get hit in January. It might be that they're teasing us, but I really don't think this card can be hit with it getting reprinted, now. So yeah, Summoner's Art I don't think is a card that will get touched at all. The other cards in the deck are Upstart Goblin and Pot of Duality, and because it's so crucial to get to Scout, I think that there's even a possibility. I don't think it's Pot of Duality. Pot of Duality has already had its turn of going down to 2 and coming back up to 3. I think in a deck like Clifford that can just so obnoxiously play 3 Upstart Goblins and be like, I don't care, I have disc, I can put 11,000 on board, no problem. Burning Abyss are even admitting to the fact that you have to play 3 of this card in order to have those consistent Burning Abyss hands that you want. So it's not on my list as a card that I'm predicting will get hit, but I think it's definitely something they could, and I'd really like it to. So this is more like a wish list card. So yeah, going back to Skill Drain. Skill Drain's really abusable, obviously, in Clifford. It shuts down a lot of plays in basically every deck that isn't Clifford. And it's not just the top 2 or 3 that it hits, it hurts so many decks. And it means that it has such a good rogue matchup, because as soon as it flips Skill Drain on anything, decks really struggle to get around Skill Drain. I go back to the point about it being an indirect hit to Clifford. They're not going to hit any of the new Clifford cards themselves, but I do think Skill Drain is like one of those cards that's just so good in this deck that I think Konami will bring it to 1, as well as to promote Necros. I think that if they get Vanities to 1 and Skill Drain to 1, Necros is going to be such a huge hit, as in loads of people are going to want to play it. Loads of people already want to play it anyway, but if there's only 1 Skill Drain and 1 Vanity's Emptiness, then the deck will just be so good and so automatically in the tier 1. And with a brand new product launch, as well as reasons from the previous format to hit these cards like Skill Drain and Vanities, I think there's a lot of sense in hitting these 2 cards. Obviously, everyone's going to complain, oh, Necros will be just way too broken. It's like, yeah, but there are still ways around Necros, like they're ritual spells. They're summoned. There's so many things out there that stop them from functioning. Majesty's Fiend, Vanity's Fiend, use the Fiends, use Stormforth. There are so many ways around their cards and to floodgate and lock them out. I just don't think you should have them as a trap that you can just chain at a resource of 3. I think you should have to work for it. You should have to make that play in your own turn, like Majesties or Vanities and Stormforths, and I just don't think that you should be able to have 3 copies or 6 copies of cards for Clifford players that just kind of win you the game outright against Necros. So yeah. Okay, the next deck I'm going to talk about is obviously Burning Abyss. Loads of people are like, oh, Tour Guide's definitely going to get hit. Obviously, we've got an Ultimate Tour Guide. I never thought Torguide was going to get hit anyway. The reason Torguide got hit last time was because of Wind Up, Inzektorz, and Rabbit. Rabbit abused the hell out of it. Inzektorz abused the hell out of it because they had Sangan plays. They used Levier in one of their OTKs, and Wind Up obviously used it for the hand leap, and it was absolutely broken in all of those decks. So that's why it got hit. I think a lot of Burning Abyss players want Torguide to get hit because they're like, I don't care if Torguide gets hit, just don't hit my Dante. Cards I think will get hit, Dante, maybe to 1, maybe to 2. A lot of people are saying even if it goes to 2/2, it kills the whole deck. Burning Abyss players have been saying that. And I just think, you know what, it can go to 2, see if it does kill the deck or not. We've seen in the past as well that every time that there is an abusable field destruction loop like Inzektorz, hand destruction loop like Wind Up, that they do something about it. They let it, they like making those loops because they like things to be interesting and broken for a couple of formats. But yeah, I think they do kind of get on top of that a little bit, especially with the 3-month format now, a little bit sooner. So yeah, I think it's possible for Dante to get hit to 1 or 2. I think Burning Abyss is a popular enough deck and a high enough achieving deck to receive 2 hits this format, direct hits to the actual archetype itself. So yeah, with Torguide, pretty obviously not getting hit at all. I think Skarm should go to 1 or 2. Because you shouldn't be able to search Torguide 3 times in a game. I do predict that Burning Abyss are going to receive at least 2 direct hits to their deck, and I think Dante and Skarm would be the ones to hit. So I think Winder is obviously its kind of floodgate monster, and people are even bumping this up to 3 now that we've got El-Shaddoll Fusion. The other card I think is definitely one of the best cards in Shaddoll is Sinister Shadow Games. Shadow Games can go to 1. I think the deck would obviously still play it. It wouldn't kind of destroy the deck either. So yeah, I think Winder would be a much harder hit for the deck. I don't think Shaddoll Fusion or El-Shaddoll Fusion would really get hit if you hit Winder, because then you've got kind of 6 fusion spells and 7 with Super Poly for 4, 5, maybe 6 extra deck monsters. There's an interesting card called Fusion Substitute, which people might play if Winder did go to 1, because I'll just read you the card text. This card's name is always treated as polymerization. Fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control as fusion materials. It's a normal spell card. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 fusion monster in your graveyard, return it to the extra deck, then draw 1 card. So yeah, obviously you could return a Winder and draw a card once you've used that card. Out of the cards that could come to C, I can't really decide which ones would come to 3. So I think Wind Up Magician can come to 2 or 3 actually. As far as I'm concerned, Wind Up don't need to remain hit as long as Carrier stays banned. So this card can come to 2 or 3. Any Wind Up fans out there, shout out to you guys. And I hope this prediction comes true for you. And then for the Memel players, last format I actually thought that Memel were going to get hit because of how well they did at European Championships. I now think that the deck is safe, especially with Necros coming to give Memel Abyss Gund to 2. Dragoons, no way, you can't have Dragoons, you can't have multiple Divas. But yeah, Gund to 2, I don't think that would make the deck especially better and make it dominate. So I think Memel Abyss Gund could quite happily come to 2. So again, any Memel players, I hope that prediction comes true for you. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I'll be making loads more videos now that I've got time off for Christmas. Have a very good holiday, whatever it is that you do this time of year. Till next time, Playmatter, signing out.